What if I told you that the greatest strength you'll ever need has been within you all along? Take a moment to reflect on this. Imagine breaking free from the fears that paralyze you, the doubts that hold you back, and the dependencies that keep you tethered. What if the solutions to life's hardest challenges didn't lie in someone else's hands, but within the boundless potential of your own heart and mind? Today, we embark on a transformative journey inspired by the timeless wisdom of Buddhism. These teachings, rooted in compassion and clarity, invite us to look inward, to discover the incredible resilience and power already present within us. This isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving on your own terms. Buddha once said, "No one saves us but ourselves, no one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path." These words hold a profound truth. In every challenge, in every struggle, lies an opportunity to awaken the strength and wisdom inside you. Life is unpredictable, filled with ups and downs, joy and suffering. Yet Buddhist teachings remind us that while we cannot control the external world, we can control how we respond to it. The key is mindfulness. By being fully present in each moment, we learn to face life's difficulties with calmness and clarity. Mindfulness isn't just a practice, it's a gateway to freedom, a way to break free from the illusions of fear and self-doubt. And then there's impermanence, one of the core lessons of Buddhism. Everything changes. Every joy, every sorrow, every struggle, they all come and go. When you truly understand this, you stop clinging to what's fleeting and you stop fearing what's uncertain. You begin to see that your power lies in embracing the present moment, just as it is. But what about those moments when life feels overwhelming, when you feel lost or powerless? It's in these moments that Buddhist wisdom shines brightest. Look inward, meditate, breathe deeply. Remember that within you is a wellspring of courage and peace. You are not your fears. You are not your doubts. You are far greater than any obstacle you face. The journey to self-discovery and resilience isn't always easy, but it's worth it. With every step you grow stronger, more grounded, more free. And as you unlock this inner power, you not only transform your own life, but inspire those around you. So today, let's take a vow, not to seek strength from others, but to awaken the strength within. Let's embrace the wisdom of the Buddha and commit to walking our own paths with courage, mindfulness, and compassion. The answers you seek are already within you. All you have to do is look inward. Are you ready to unlock your true power? The journey begins now. No one saves us but ourselves. These powerful words from the Buddha carry a truth that is often overlooked in the fast-paced, interconnected world we live in today. How often do we find ourselves waiting for someone to step in, waiting for a mentor to guide us, a partner to uplift us, or even a stroke of luck to deliver us from our struggles? But what if the rescue mission started with you? What if the strength to overcome life's challenges wasn't something to search for outside, but something to awaken within? Buddhist wisdom teaches us that relying on our own strength is not just a necessity. It's a path to true independence and courage. The Buddha himself exemplified this. Siddhartha Gautama, born into the luxuries of royalty, could have lived a life of comfort and ease. But he chose a different path. He left behind the palace walls to seek the truth, to understand suffering, and to find enlightenment, not through reliance on others, but through his own determination and unshakable resolve. Imagine what your life could look like if you embraced that same spirit of self-reliance. What if you stopped waiting for someone or something to change your circumstances? What if you decided, right here and now, that the power to transform your life lies in your hands? Life is unpredictable. There will always be challenges, moments of fear, doubt, and uncertainty. But the teachings of Buddhism remind us that these moments are not roadblocks. They are opportunities. opportunities to look inward, to cultivate resilience, and to discover the vast potential that resides within you. One of the core lessons of Buddhism is that of mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, you train yourself to fully experience the present moment without judgment or fear. This simple yet profound practice shifts your perspective. It helps you see that your struggles do not define you. They are simply passing clouds in the vast sky of your existence. With mindfulness, you learn to respond to life's difficulties with clarity instead of reacting with panic or despair. Another cornerstone of Buddhist wisdom is the concept of impermanence. Everything in life is fleeting. Every joy, every sorrow, every challenge. When you understand this deeply, you begin to let go of attachment to things that cannot last. You stop fearing change because you see it as a natural part of life. This understanding brings freedom. It gives you the strength to move forward, no matter what lies ahead. The truth is, waiting for someone to save you only prolongs your suffering. The Buddha's teachings show us that self-reliance is not about isolation or shutting others out. It's about realizing that the ultimate source of your strength and peace lies within you. It's about stepping into your own power and walking your path with courage and confidence. When life feels overwhelming, take a moment to pause, breathe, reflect on the Buddha's journey. He faced uncertainty, hardship, and temptation, yet he persevered. He showed us that enlightenment, freedom, and true happiness are attainable, not by seeking them from others, but by discovering them within ourselves. So ask yourself, what is holding you back? What fears or doubts are keeping you from fully embracing your own strength? Buddhist lessons encourage us to face these questions with honesty and compassion. The answers may not come immediately, but with patience and mindfulness, they will reveal themselves. Today, make a choice. Choose to stop waiting for external solutions. Choose to trust in your own capacity to rise above any challenge. You have within you the same potential for transformation that the Buddha awakened all those centuries ago. No one saves us but ourselves. These words are not just a reminder, they are an invitation to begin your own journey, to uncover the limitless power within you, and to create a life of purpose, courage, and peace. Are you ready to take that first step? The path is waiting, and it begins with you. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and success. It's the quiet force that shapes your future, one choice at a time. In Buddhism, this idea is beautifully embodied in the teaching of right effort, one of the core principles of the Eightfold Path. Right effort isn't about striving in desperation or pushing yourself beyond your limits. It's about cultivating consistent, purposeful effort to overcome negativity, nurture goodness, and grow into the best version of yourself. Imagine this: every great transformation begins with a single step. A jug fills drop by drop, and so does your inner strength. Each small action, each disciplined decision is like a drop of water contributing to the overflowing well of your potential. Buddhism teaches us that progress isn't about sudden leaps, but about steady, deliberate steps that build momentum over time. Take a moment to think about your own life. What small habits could you begin today that with time would transform your future? Maybe it's waking up a little earlier to meditate, practicing mindfulness before a meal, or dedicating 5 minutes to gratitude. These actions may seem insignificant at first, but their power lies in their consistency. As the Buddha taught, little by little a person becomes good, as a pot is filled with water. Right effort also requires awareness. It's not just about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters. It's about directing your energy toward what uplifts you, strengthens you, and aligns with your values. This means letting go of habits and thoughts that no longer serve you, whether it's procrastination, self-doubt, or negative self-talk. Instead, replace them with actions and mindsets that lead you closer to peace and purpose. But discipline is not always easy. There will be days when motivation fades, when challenges arise, and when the effort feels like too much. It's in these moments that right effort becomes a practice of resilience. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about showing up even when it's hard. It's about trusting the process, knowing that each small step is leading you towards something greater. Self-discipline, in its truest form, is an act of self-love. It's a commitment to your growth, to your happiness, and to your potential. It's saying, I am worth the effort. My dreams are worth the effort. And over time, this consistent effort transforms you into someone unshakable in the face of life's challenges. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that the journey is as important as the destination. Discipline is not a punishment, it's a path to freedom. Freedom from the habits and patterns that hold you back. Freedom to become the person you've always had the potential to be. So start small. Commit to just one habit today. Maybe it's taking a moment each morning to set an intention for your day. Maybe it's pausing to breathe deeply when you feel overwhelmed. These actions, as small as they may seem, are the foundation of transformation. With time, these small efforts will compound. You'll begin to notice a shift, not just in your habits, but in your mindset, your confidence, and your ability to face life with courage and grace. This is the power of discipline. This is the essence of right effort. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you dream of being. And the journey begins with a single step. Are you ready to take it? Trust in the power of consistent effort. Trust in the wisdom of the Buddha's teachings. Trust in yourself. The transformation you seek is already within you, waiting to be unlocked. One drop, one step, one choice at a time. Fear is like a shadow. It only exists because of the light you carry. This is one of the most profound lessons we can take from Buddhist wisdom. Fear, while it may feel overwhelming, is not a permanent barrier. It's an obstacle, a challenge, meant to be faced and overcome. And when we face it, we discover something incredible. Fear loses its power. The Buddha's journey offers us a powerful example. Siddhartha Gautama, on the eve of his enlightenment, encountered Mara, the embodiment of fear, doubt, and temptation. Mara appeared with an army of demons, trying to shake Siddhartha's resolve. But instead of running or giving in, Siddhartha remained calm. He faced Mara head-on, acknowledging the fear and refusing to let it control him. And in that moment, Mara was defeated, and Siddhartha emerged victorious, achieving enlightenment. What does this teach us? It shows us that fear isn't something to be avoided. It's something to be understood. When we shine the light of awareness on our fears, we see them for what they truly are, temporary illusions that only have as much power as we give them. Think about your own life. What fears are holding you back? Maybe it's the fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty. These fears can feel overwhelming, but they're not insurmountable. The key is to take that first step, to face your fear, even if it's just a small part of it, and to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you think. Buddhism teaches us that fear arises from attachment to outcomes, to expectations, or to the need for control. When we cling to what we think should happen, fear takes root. But by practicing mindfulness, we can learn to let go. We can observe our fear without judgment, allowing it to come and go like clouds passing through the sky. In this way, fear becomes less of an enemy and more of a teacher. Each time you confront a fear, you grow. You build resilience, courage, and confidence. It's like climbing a mountain. Every step you take brings you closer to the summit, and each step makes the next one easier. The courage you gain from facing one fear becomes the strength you need to tackle the next. So, what's one fear you could face today? It doesn't have to be something huge. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting, trying something new, or having an honest conversation you've been avoiding. Whatever it is, take that step. Remind yourself that fear is not a wall, it's a doorway. And on the other side of that doorway lies growth, freedom, and peace. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that fear is not permanent. It's a momentary shadow, created by the light of your own potential. When you face your fear, you take back your power. You rewrite the story you tell yourself about what you're capable of. So ask yourself, what would your life look like if fear no longer controlled you? What could you achieve? Who could you become if you chose courage over avoidance? The path to freedom begins with a single step. Take that step today. Face your fear and watch as the shadow fades and your inner light shines brighter than ever. You already have the strength within you to overcome. Trust it, embrace it, and begin your journey. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. In fact, some of life's most profound moments happen in solitude. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that solitude is not a void to be filled, but a sacred space for self-discovery, growth, and peace. When we step away from the noise of the world, the constant distractions, opinions, and expectations, we create an opportunity to truly hear our inner voice. Think about the story of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. He didn't find enlightenment in the company of others or amidst the chaos of the world. He found it in solitude, meditating beneath the Bodhi tree. Alone with his thoughts, his fears, and his doubts, he faced them all with unwavering focus. In that stillness, he awakened to the truth of existence. His journey shows us that the answers we seek are not out there. They're within us, but we can only hear them when we allow ourselves the silence to listen. What about your own life? How often do you give yourself the gift of solitude? In today's world, being alone can feel uncomfortable. We're surrounded by a constant stream of notifications, conversations, and entertainment. Solitude, however, is not about isolation or loneliness. It's about reconnecting with yourself. It's about creating a space where you can reflect, recharge, and gain clarity. In Buddhism, this practice is often referred to as retreating inward. When you take time for quiet reflection, you detach from the external world and turn your focus inward. This is where true insight arises. In solitude, you can observe your thoughts without judgment. You begin to understand your fears, desires, and patterns. You discover what truly matters to you, not what society tells you to value, but what resonates deeply with your heart. But solitude isn't just about self-reflection. It's also about cultivating mindfulness. When you're alone, you have the chance to fully experience the present moment. You can notice the rhythm of your breath, the sensations in your body, and the subtle beauty of the world around you. These moments of awareness bring a sense of peace and grounding that can be hard to find in the busyness of daily life. And here's the transformative truth. The more you embrace solitude, the more connected you feel, not just to yourself, but to everything around you. In the quiet, you realize that you are never truly alone. You are part of something greater, something vast and interconnected. This understanding is at the heart of Buddhist wisdom. It's the realization that within your solitude lies the doorway to unity and peace. So, what could you discover about yourself if you embraced moments of solitude? Maybe it's a long-forgotten dream, a deeper sense of purpose, or simply the joy of being present. Whatever it is, solitude gives you the clarity to see it, the focus to nurture it, and the courage to bring it to life. Start small. Set aside a few minutes each day to be alone with your thoughts. Find a quiet place where you can sit, breathe, and just be. You might be surprised at what you uncover in those moments of stillness. Over time, these small practices of solitude will become a source of strength and clarity, guiding you through life's challenges with a calm and focused mind. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that solitude is not something to fear, it's something to cherish. It's a chance to step away from the chaos and rediscover your true self. Take time for quiet reflection, embrace the stillness, and in that sacred space you'll find not just clarity, but a deeper connection to who you really are. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a step toward it. It's a truth that's both humbling and empowering. The Buddha once said, "The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows." These words carry profound wisdom, reminding us that failure isn't defined by falling short. True failure is giving up on our values, our growth, and the lessons life is trying to teach us. In Buddhism, failure is not seen as something to fear or avoid. Instead, it's an inevitable and essential part of the journey. Every mistake, every setback, every misstep holds a lesson, one that can guide us closer to understanding, resilience, and success. The path to enlightenment itself is not a straight line. It's a series of trials, errors, and realizations. Even the Buddha faced moments of doubt and hardship on his path to awakening. What made his journey extraordinary wasn't an absence of failure, but his unwavering determination to learn from every challenge. Think about your own experiences. How often have your failures taught you more than your successes? A failed attempt at something important may have revealed your true priorities. A mistake might have shown you a better way forward. These moments, painful as they may feel, are like mirrors reflecting what you need to see to grow. Buddhist wisdom invites us to reframe our perspective on failure. Instead of seeing it as a wall, see it as a stepping stone. Instead of viewing it as an enemy, embrace it as a teacher. Failure doesn't define you. How you respond to it does. The key is to reflect deeply on the experience, not with judgment or self-criticism, but with curiosity and compassion. Ask yourself, what did this teach me about myself? What can I do differently next time? In these reflections lie the seeds of wisdom and transformation. One of the core teachings of Buddhism is impermanence, the idea that nothing lasts forever. This includes failure. Just as joy and success come and go, so do setbacks and disappointments. When you understand this, you stop clinging to the fear of failure. You begin to see it for what it truly is, a temporary state, a moment of growth, a step forward on your journey. Think about the greatest figures in history, individuals who've changed the world or inspired countless others. Behind every achievement is a story of struggle and failure. What separates them is not luck or talent alone, it's their ability to rise each time they fall, to learn and grow stronger. This is the resilience that Buddhist teachings encourage us to cultivate. So how would your life change if you saw failure not as an obstacle, but as an essential part of your growth? Imagine embracing failure with the same openness and gratitude as success. Imagine seeing each setback as an opportunity to learn something invaluable about yourself and your path. Today, take a moment to reflect on a recent failure. What did it teach you? How did it shape you? Use those insights to move forward, not with fear, but with courage and clarity. Remember, failure is not the end of the journey. It's a part of it. Each time you stumble, you're one step closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that growth isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Failure is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. It's a reminder that you're trying, learning, and evolving. And as long as you stay true to the best you know, you're never truly failing. You're simply finding your way. So, take the next step. Keep moving forward. Trust that every failure is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. That's not failure, that's growth. And it's the path to something far greater than success. It's the path to your true self. In the hustle to achieve big goals, we often overlook the small victories that make those goals possible. We get so focused on the destination that we forget to appreciate the journey. But Buddhist wisdom reminds us to honor every step of progress, no matter how small. Little by little, one becomes good, just as a water pot fills, drop by drop. These words from the Buddha teach us a powerful lesson. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens gradually, through small, consistent actions. Think about that for a moment. Every small effort you make, every small victory you achieve is a drop filling your pot. Over time, those drops add up, creating something extraordinary. Yet in our fast-paced world, we rarely take the time to celebrate these moments. We dismiss them as insignificant, not realizing that they're the foundation of our growth. What's one small win you can celebrate today? Maybe you woke up a little earlier to meditate. Maybe you resisted a negative thought or completed a task you've been avoiding. It could be something as simple as taking a deep breath when you felt stressed, or practicing kindness towards someone. These moments may seem minor, but they are proof that you're moving in the right direction. Buddhist teachings encourage us to live mindfully, to be fully present in the moment. And part of mindfulness is recognizing the value in small, daily actions. When we learn to celebrate these small wins, we cultivate gratitude, which fuels our motivation to keep going. Gratitude shifts our focus from what's lacking to what's already there, from the gap between where we are and where we want to be, to the progress we've made along the way. Imagine if Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, had dismissed his small efforts as unimportant. His journey to enlightenment was not a single moment, but a series of deliberate, patient steps. Each meditation, each act of letting go, each moment of self-reflection brought him closer to awakening. His story reminds us that greatness is built one step at a time. In your own life, think about the big goals you're working toward. Maybe it's finding inner peace, building a meaningful career, or improving your relationships. Whatever it is, the path to achieving it is made up of small, daily victories. By acknowledging and celebrating these moments, you create a positive cycle of effort and reward. You remind yourself that you're capable, that progress is happening, even if it's slow. So today, take a moment to reflect. What's one small victory you've achieved recently? It doesn't matter how small it may seem. What matters is that it represents progress. Maybe it's starting a new habit or simply choosing to show up for yourself despite challenges. Whatever it is, give yourself the recognition you deserve. Celebrate these small wins with gratitude and joy. They're not just stepping stones, they're milestones. Each one brings you closer to your bigger goals, and as you celebrate them, you'll find that they become fuel for your journey, giving you the strength to keep going, even when the road feels long. Buddhist wisdom teaches us to honor the present moment, to see the beauty in every step, and to trust that small efforts lead to big transformations. Remember, a water pot fills drop by drop. Your pot is filling even now. Trust the process, celebrate your progress, and keep moving forward. What's one small win you can celebrate today? Take a moment to acknowledge it. Feel the pride and gratitude it brings. These small victories are not just proof of your effort, they're the essence of your journey. One drop at a time, you are becoming the person you're meant to be. Your journey to self-reliance and inner strength begins here in this moment. The wisdom of Buddhism reminds us of a profound truth. Everything you need to overcome challenges, to grow, and to thrive is already within you. You don't need to seek it in the world outside. You only need to uncover it within yourself. Self-reliance doesn't mean walking the path alone. It means trusting in your own capacity to navigate life's challenges. By embracing solitude, you create the space to hear your inner voice, the one that knows your true potential. In moments of stillness, you reconnect with who you are beneath the noise of the world. Solitude is not an emptiness to fear. It's a sacred space for growth, reflection, and clarity. Fear, too, is part of the journey. But in Buddhism, fear is not a roadblock. It's a mirror, reflecting areas where we have yet to grow. The story of the Buddha confronting Mara, the demon of fear and temptation, teaches us that facing our fears directly is the only way to overcome them. Each fear you conquer adds to your strength, making you braver for the challenges yet to come. Imagine what you could achieve if fear no longer held you back. Discipline is the foundation of this journey. The Buddhist principle of right effort teaches us that consistent, intentional actions, no matter how small, lead to profound transformation. Like a water pot filling drop by drop, every small act of discipline builds your inner strength. Whether it's meditating for a few minutes, setting a goal, or choosing kindness over anger, these daily practices shape the person you're becoming, and along the way, don't forget to celebrate your progress. It's easy to focus on the distance left to travel, but Buddhist wisdom reminds us to honor every step forward. Each small win, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is proof of your growth. Gratitude for these moments fuels your motivation and reminds you that you're capable of creating the life you envision, so take the first step today. Maybe it's setting an intention for the day. Maybe it's sitting quietly in meditation, even for just 5 minutes. Or perhaps it's simply choosing to believe in your potential. Whatever the step, know that it matters. Every journey begins with a single action, and every action is a statement of trust in yourself. The power is, and always has been, in your hands. The Buddha's teachings show us that the path to inner strength and self-reliance is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about embracing each moment, each challenge, each victory as a part of your journey. Are you ready to unlock your inner strength and create the life you deserve? It's not something that happens all at once. It's something you build, step by step, choice by choice. Begin today. Trust yourself. The answers, the strength, and the potential are already within you, waiting to be awakened. The journey is yours. Take it.